right, welcome to another episode of A Podcast. Your host, Stephen Maxted, and today we have Sean Monaco on here, endurance athlete. We both just ran the half on the weekend here locally in Winnipeg, and wanted to hop on this morning and have a little bit of a Monday medal talk. I know we're not wearing them right now, but we had a Star Wars theme local race here for the Winnipeg Police Services. Pretty big race in Winnipeg here. I think we had just over 1,000 participants in the half. And I watched Sean speed past a good chunk of the crew on the race at the turnarounds. I saw you cruising through there at a steady Eddie pace there, absolutely cooking. And I just wanted to hop on and chat with you a little bit more about your race and, just chat about the course. I know we were joking about the little Manitoba mountains, but any little bit of incline that does exist on the course, you feel it wholeheartedly. So that's today's episode. So how you feeling today?
Yeah, I felt pretty good. I mean, I'm nursing a bit of an injury that I had, but I felt actually pretty good yesterday morning. I mean, I went out strong yesterday, probably a little too strong. I think everyone does that, right? Even me knowing that better, I just went out a little too strong yesterday. But no, I felt great. It was good. Like, I mean, I hit kilometer 10 at 45:02, which was a PR for me. And I knew right then I had to scale back a little bit. So I scaled back a little bit. And like you said, like the little underpass inclines, I was feeling them, right? Like after like the third one, I'm like, okay, this sucks. Like I can feel these little inclines, right? It's not just a flat course. And like you did it, Steve, right? The winding and turning, the bending, and it was right. It was something else, but I had a ton of fun, right? I finished a PR of what was it, a 1:37:10. So actually 35 seconds faster than my last one I did. So I'm pretty happy, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, that's
Now
I
it's
mean, I
just
think you
now it's
nailed
just
it. It
recovery
was
for a few days. And
And what are you gonna do for recovery? I know
the
it's sort of
energy in the atmosphere, what did I do for recovery? Just
sorry. Yeah, go ahead. We can
nutrition,
chat about
right?
it.
You got to make sure. Yeah, nutrition. Yeah, about just for recovery, I usually take a good, 3 days off, 4 days off, and just nutrition, right? It's all about getting the proper fuel back into your body so you can recover properly, right? And hydration, of course. But after that, I'll just kind of ease back into training and look forward to Manitoba Marathon coming in June.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. And you're
Yeah.
right. Well, the atmosphere the day of was electric. It was sweet.
Oh, it's
Huge.
amazing. Like the
Yeah.
energy. Yeah, like 1,100 people yesterday, and it doesn't matter what race you do. It could be like a 5K, 10K, a half, whatever. Always the energy is always contagious. It's always positive. And that's what I love about running, right? Everyone is always so supportive and it's always positive. There's never any negative energy, right? And I think that's why the community is getting bigger and bigger every year. It's just such a positive, feel good environment, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And you did
And
your first half yesterday, Steve.
well, no, you know what? I've done one before. Actually, we are talking about hills. The first one that I ever did was in Calgary. It's been a few years since doing them. I
Oh,
got
okay,
more
yeah,
tied
yeah.
up in doing triathlons, but I remember I did one out in Calgary several years ago, and that was a very hilly course. You definitely felt that one. But there's both the
Oh, I
benefit of
bet.
the instant downhills right after. This one, in this case, sometimes it just felt like we were taking those corners around the bridge, Moray Bridge there, and then it's like you're coming back up, and there was no relief of the downhill right away. It felt like it was not that it's overly hilly here, but you definitely did feel those after running steady and flat for so long.
Yeah.
So it was kind of interesting.
And the heat too, right? It actually was a really warm day yesterday. And I even felt it. It's like it went from like winter to full on summer within what, an overnight period, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, it
literally a
really
flick of
did.
a switch and we're running in 27-degree weather, right?
Yeah, yeah, and it was.
But it was
I
great
would
though.
say it was almost probably harder for some of the folks that were out there a little bit longer because that heat really came out. The race started at 8. At about 9, it started to really kind of hit on, and then at 10, it was like I was kind of or just wrapped up then at about like the 2 hour mark for me. But then it was like you're resting and the sun was just coming down. It was really starting to cook you. Like I
Oh
can feel
yeah.
like already I got a tan. I know you're a guy that tans pretty easy. The sun hits you, you
Yeah.
start to get
Yeah.
a little darker and stuff. So
Yeah.
it was interesting to finish the race and then think about the other folks that are still out there. doing it. There was a few fun people out there in costumes yesterday, which was oblivious to me that it was May 4th until after the race. And I'm like, why is everyone in Star Wars, stuff today?
Even the medals had the Star Wars
Yeah,
theme, right?
yeah, which
Yeah.
was really fun
May
to
the
see.
fourth be with you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
that
great.
was a
Like,
ton
I
of fun.
mean, any local races that Winnipeg holds, they're amazing, right? Like, I
Yeah,
mean, I've done many races here in the city, and every single one I've done has been so much fun, right? It's just like I said before, the positive energy, and it just, everyone just good spirits, right? And it motivates you. It motivates you to do
yep,
really well. Even at the start line, everyone's like shaking hands and good luck. And it just really, that it gives you that extra push, right? To do really well and do your best out there. So yeah.
it really does. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I mean, what was your favorite part of the course? If we were to break that down, if you had like a weird little section that you're like, hey, this was a bit of a highlight for me, or is it kind of at that halfway mark where you did realize that you were at, you're cooking along, checking the
Yeah.
watch, and you're like, hey,
Yeah,
this
like
is
right
good.
on Portage, that main drag on Portage Avenue, and you got
Yeah,
people honking at you and kind of waving at you and cheering you on through their car windows.
yeah,
That's awesome, right? Anything like
yeah,
just that extra energy, that good positive energy, and people are,
yeah,
random strangers are driving by and cheering you
yeah,
on. It's such a great feeling, right? And again,
yeah,
that gives you motivation to just keep pushing and keep
yeah,
doing, like, keep running hard, right? But yeah, I
yeah,
love the stretch of Portage Avenue. That's probably like my favorite highlight. It was like, I think it was around a halfway mark too, around a 10K mark. And it's right along that
yeah,
big stretch on Portage, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's
That
awesome.
was good. Did you have I don't know if this lady was out yet, but I made a little like story post or whatever, and it was silly of me, but it was I think it was I think I said it was mile or kilometer 15. But I think it was closer to 17. It was a lady in kind of in whatever that area is that we ran through. And she had like a hose. Did she have that out when you were running by?
Yeah, like it's a huge sprinkler, right?
Well, there was a big sprinkler, but then
Was
there
it
was
a,
actually
was it
one
a,
lady that just had a hose out and was like spraying people too.
I missed that. That might have been
Oh,
maybe like after I
maybe
had
you beat
passed, she
her.
maybe pulled out
Yeah,
after. I didn't
maybe.
see that, or else I would have ran through it.
Yeah, it was awesome. I think maybe that she did only catch on until like later on. Whatever. I had that experience. I was just like, and I had a little boost when I was looking at my data, and it showed like about yeah, I think it was like 16, 17 kilometer. And then it was like, ooh, and
Yeah,
then I got a little faster after that. Before that, I was starting to kind of like taper down almost a little bit. And then I have this like relief of
yeah,
just this
yeah.
hose coming in. And I would agree though, it was really interesting. It'd been a while since I run that. And in triathlons more my space. I know you've been in that environment and cycling and other stuff and other races before, but there's it was very interesting. There was people cheering the whole way. People were on their front lawns. People were, cooking around. There was no downtime in my mind. I could not really let up. Not that I was maybe going to, but my inner talk was like, "We can't stop running. There's people cheering here," for most of it. So if you ever have that thought in your head, it was quickly escaped because there was always someone there, and I'm like, "Well, I can't walk in front of these people. I can't let them know
No,
I'm taking a break
you
or
can't
whatever."
let
So
them down, right?
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
that's a
exactly.
great thing about Winnipeg, right? People are coming out of their
Yeah,
houses on their front lawns and they're cheering you on, right? They're giving you that encouragement to keep going and keep
yeah,
pushing, right? And that's the amazing thing about Winnipeg, right? People are always so friendly for majority of the time, right? And I love
yeah.
that energy. Like this, no matter what part of the race you're at, there's always someone cheering you on and pushing you to keep going, right?
Yeah, there really was. There was
So yeah,
actually I think I forgot to check my camera. I forgot that I filmed this, but there was like a group of bagpipers, which I was like, holy crap, they're in the sun. It was right on the beginning of Wellington Crescent there.
I
I'm sure that
saw
they
that
were,
too.
yeah, they were going. And I was like, this is really funny. I guess there's a little
Yeah,
hill on that bridge too, though. That part I would say was kind of challenging. I just had to like get through it early, going up on that little
yeah,
footbridge there. That one was I don't know if that was a highlight. I think I like the Wellington Crescent stretch the best there. Um,
yeah.
yeah, about that. But yeah, it was very
It
inspirational
was
to
a
see
lot of
everyone.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It was
going out.
great. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's some of the stuff that you're wearing and prepping? I know everyone had like, different pictures on like kits and stuff ahead of time. I know you're very into different like like specific shoes and stuff for racing and training. What kind of stuff are you rocking come race day?
So yeah, for gear, for shirt and hats, I was wearing Compress Sport. So they're based out of France. it's a pretty bougie brand, but honestly, it's all about comfort, right? You pay a
Yeah.
premium dollar, but that comfort is honestly next level. Like
Yeah.
chafing is a major, major thing for us runners, and you get
Yep.
zero chafing with their shirts. And then shorts, I wear. They're called. You know what? It's just. It's, I'm drawing a blank right now, but they're a compression
Okay.
short, and again,
Yeah.
you get zero chafing with them. And again, it's a premium dollar, right? They're $250 for a pair of running shorts, but honestly, you get what you pay
Yeah.
for, right? You don't want to be chafed all up, right? And then
Totally.
yeah, for shoes, I'm wearing those Saucony Endorphin Elite ones. So those are my go-to. I did buy the Elite twos, but I find that they're just a little bit too soft for me. So I
Okay.
went back to my Elite ones, and honestly, they're a game changer, right?
Yeah.
Any kind of super shoe you wear, carbon plated shoe, it's going to
Yeah.
make a huge difference. And a lot of people say it doesn't, but it absolutely does. When you're wearing a carbon plated shoe, it gives you that energy return that you're looking for, and of course, it's going to make you faster, right?
Dang. Interesting. Yeah, no, I've heard
So
lots of people talk
definitely,
about it. I
Steve,
haven't.
invest in a pair.
Yeah. Oh, dude, this is
It's
like,
it's a huge difference. You'll actually shave off. I think I don't know what the studies are, but I think it's like at somewhere between 3 and 5 seconds faster per pace per kilometer or per mile, whichever you go by. But it
yeah,
shaves
yeah.
off that much time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I might have to check it out. I feel
So
like
it
I'm got to do
definitely
some, yeah, more time already.
do some digging, do whichever one you like, right? But there's so many
Yeah.
brands, Adidas, like Saucony, Nike, of course, the Alpha Fly threes. They're a
Yeah.
big brand. A lot of the elite pro runners are wearing actually the Nike Alpha Fly 3 and the ID Zero Pro 3s.
Yeah.
Those are, I think, two of the biggest actually brands out there that these elites are running in, right?
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I've heard just like way more people
Yeah.
talk about it than ever in terms of the carbon. I just feel like it's so new still. I mean, I haven't explored it, but seems very encouraging. Maybe I'll have to get some before the Manitoba one here, coming up.
Yeah, definitely. They're
Yeah. Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
What are you doing for prep between this race and the next one? Because I feel like the temperature thing, it's going to be probably hotter day of, for the Manitoba Marathon. What kind of more training are you going to be putting in, or anything different there? Are you going to try to train in more in the sun?
Probably longer runs, right? Longer
Yeah.
runs. I'm gonna start doing like slower, longer runs. Like I gotta start doing like anywhere from 35, 38, probably. 38 will probably be my longest run. But yeah,
Yeah.
doing a full Manitoba marathon, it's a different ball game than running a half, right? It's mentally challenging. I
Yeah.
find that that's probably where, of course, physically, but more it's a mental game, right? Like you're at
Yeah.
kilometer 38, 39, and that's when things start going a little different for you, right? The mind starts telling yourself, I got nothing left. I don't know if I can do this. And you're trying to push through that mindset, right? Because it's all about mindset, right? Having a proper
100%.
mindset is what running marathons is all about, right? If you have that strong mindset, you'll crush it. No matter what, no matter what you do or how your training's going,
Yeah.
mindset is everything. I still believe in that, right? If you don't have that 100% positive mindset where you're not doubting yourself, you're not going to do well. But if you can get past that doubt, that little bit of even like that 2% of doubt in you, you'll crush
Yeah.
it, right? You're gonna have an amazing race. So yeah, during my training, my long runs, I try keep that positive mindset and try erase that doubt in my mind, right? Even if it's a
Yeah.
bad training day and I'm not doing as well as I thought I would do, but I still try to keep that positive mindset where, okay, this is a good run, it's still a run, I'm still out here doing it. I still feel good. So yeah, that's what it's all about for me.
No, I love to hear that. Do you listen to
Yeah.
music when you're running?
I do. I have a specific running playlist that I listen to, and that's what pushes me and motivates me, right? And I got it
Yeah.
blasting in my ear. So when people are cheering me on or calling my names on a course, sorry, I ain't hearing you.
What's
I'm
do you
just in my zone. Like I had a couple
yeah.
people
No, sorry. Keep going,
what
Sean. I
kind
think we had a
of
little bit of a delay here,
music.
but yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit of a delay there. For music wise, what I listen to, it
Yeah.
ranges, right? It's all about usually some metal or some uplifting like house or trance music that I really like, right?
Cool.
But yeah, so anything that motivates me that I feel, when you listen to music and it gives you those goosebumps, there's certain songs you listen to and you're like, oh, okay, this is like hitting me differently. Those are
Yeah,
the songs that I have in my playlist that gets me where I'm feeling like, okay, I don't think I got anything left in the tank, and then that song comes up, and you're like, okay, now I can pick it up. I'm going to this, right? I'm moving to this, and that's what I run. I know
yeah,
some people cannot run with music, but me, 100% of my training runs and race day races are all with music,
yeah,
right?
have fun time. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I do a little bit of both just to compare notes here, but on the second half, I caught myself talking with a buddy. He had caught up to me on the rate or part of the run. And I was like, oh, right on. And then I took him out and then we got talking for a bit. And then it was kind of like, see ya. I didn't put him back in. So I kind of went organic on the back half of the race, which was kind of
Yeah,
funny. I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
plan that. And then I was just kind of looking around. I'm like, I actually kind of enjoy the whole right left thing going on right now with, just the rhythm and the sound of the shoes hitting the pavement and stuff. So I just went with that. But I do pick similar music too in that sense. And do you have a favorite song that kicks things off for a race or a specific order you kind of flow with?
uh not really. No favorite song.
No,
Just
just go.
like my whole running playlist is all like, it's just like very uplifting, kind of gets
Yeah,
you going, right? You're like, and this kind of gives you those goosebumps where you're like, okay, I'm doing this and let's go. Like, let's
yeah,
go. Let's get this done, right? And that's what it's all about for me, right? Again, I
that's
miss kind
awesome.
of like, not like I have run without music, right? And yeah, it's
Yeah,
great, like hearing like the cheering and yelling and all that, right? And then other runners beside you. But at the same time,
yeah,
I need, for me, I need to get in that zone. And when I'm in that zone, I usually do really well, right? It
awesome.
keeps my mind too from wandering. I find too. That's why I listen to a lot
Yeah,
of music. It kind of just it keeps me more focused, and I
yeah,
in
you're
that
more.
mindset of like, okay, yeah, I'm in that zone, and I'm gonna stay in that zone until the race is over, right?
That's awesome. What's Sean,
Yeah,
last question here for this quick special
yeah.
we're going to put out today, but what's the goal for the Manitoba full? That's a very different style race, as you mentioned. Like it's double. You're running 42 clicks. Besides finishing,
Yeah.
I know how our minds work, as it were. What's the goal that you currently have going on there?
So my goal is 320 or under. I'm gonna try qualify for Boston.
Amazing.
Again, weather permitting. If it's 32 degrees, then I'll
It'll be
still have
fun.
a great time and I'll have a great race. But honestly, trying to qualify for Boston is not easy. Again, at my age, I'm not getting any younger. I'm gonna be 50 this year. So and there's actually it's
Yeah.
called a buffer. So instead of, say on paper it's 320, but they won't
Yeah.
look at you until you're around 315. So it's not easy. Like a full marathon to run at 315 is not an easy task, and I'm sure any
Yeah.
marathon runner out there will agree to that. It's tough. It's grueling, right? You're going full out, and there's no such thing as, "Well, I'm going to take a walk break and just enjoy it." There's no such thing as that,
Right.
right? It's basically you're running full out until you get to that finish line, right? So that's my goal. I'm
Right.
gonna give it my all. I mean, we'll see what happens, but I mean, I'm not going to give up. If I feel like I can't do it, I'll still push as hard as I can push, right? Until my body says no more, right? That's the mindset that I'm in right now for Manitoba Marathon. Yeah,
That's awesome. Very cool, Sean. Well, thank you for making time on the Monday here, the Metal Monday, as I've seen many people
absolutely,
posting about it.
absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no problem, Sean. Well, we'll talk to you soon and have a great rest of your week.
yeah, for sure. Okay. Thank you. You too.